The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains. Locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Tonganoxie High School, the site for tonight's boys sub-state semifinal matchup between your Tonganoxie Chieftains and the Parsons Vikings, and it's all presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, you'll find personalized coverage designed for you as an agency that believes in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client to see how they can help you protect what matters most. Give them a call, 913-369-6600. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Again, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. A special playoff broadcast on Tonganoxie Sports Live, home from our road trip last night to Wamego. And again, before we get started with this broadcast, I again want to congratulate the Lady Chieftains on their season. The 6 seniors, you will be missed. It was great watching you guys play all throughout this year, watching you guys grow and develop, mature on the court, and of course the head coach, Coach Loomis, did a great job with this squad, and they were a team full of heart. And even last night, they ended up getting beat by 21, but they were still diving on the floor for those loose balls. They were just playing out until all zeros on the board. And again, tip of the cap to the Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains on another great year.
I'd like to join you in that as well, partner, and tell you that those Lady Chieftains had no quit in them. Last night they played hard for 32 minutes, and just tip of the cap to those seniors. You're going to be missed.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, season ending a little bit too soon, but we shift gears now. Let's look at the bracket. And in case for those wondering, where is Parsons? Pretty close to the Oklahoma-Kansas border is what
it is.
I understand.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 miles. It's 40 miles south of Chanute, for those of you who know where that is. But, yeah, they had a pretty good road trip up here, and we hope to send them home with a somber return trip.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice about 3-hour trip by bus. So that'll be, definitely looking forward to sending them on that road tonight. And let's talk about these Tonganoxie Chieftains. Again, you saw the record there, 12-8 overall on the season. Again, coming into this year, a lot of expectations, a lot of high expectations set for this team, and it looked like they were off to a hot start. They got off on a 4-0 run, and then from there it was like they would win one and they would lose one, win one and lose one. It just was up and down the whole entire year. They closed off the season, though, on what I think was a really big victory. Again, that win against Paola, beating them by 3-point. I think it was 39-36 or 36-33 last on senior night, last game of the regular season here at Tonganoxie High School. That game, I think, was really crucial for them, especially coming into playoff time because that
was like a playoff game.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was, and it could potentially be a rematch on Saturday if we handle our business and Paola handles their business as well. But I think it was a much-needed confidence boost for this team, kind of going into the playoffs saying, hey, look, we played against a really tough Paola team, and we hung with them all the way down to the end and ended up holding on for a victory. So we'll see if that bodes well for them here in the playoffs. Meanwhile, coming in for Parsons, only 7 wins on the year, and they don't play a lot of familiar opponents. When you're getting down there, you're playing Chanute, you're playing Webb City, a lot of the smaller schools, and they're making the trip up north here to Tonganoxie. You haven't really faced a team like Tonganoxie, safe to say, so far this year. But if you're the Chieftains, you also got to keep in mind, just because they're the lower seed and you're expected to win by double digits tonight, it's just like March Madness. The better team doesn't always win.
That's correct. And when you are the favorite, the pressure is always a little bit more on you than it is your opponent. It allows them to play loose and free. And hopefully the Chieftains, with all that senior leadership, those guys don't want that season to end. So I really look for them to come out focused and ready to go. And they're sporting some new unis tonight, looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys will see those unis here in just a moment when they come back out. But just so you know, you're watching the SNS Body pregame show. Since 1972, SNS Body Shop has been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work. You can get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. So, yes, that appears to kind of be the reward for this Tongi squad. We get to the playoffs, we give you some new uniforms. You can see them, they were kind of out there. They did look pretty tight. They got some nice gold trim around the shorts, and when they'll be coming out to the bench here momentarily. We're just under 3 minutes, about 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go until national anthem and starting lineups, and you can see them starting to walk into your screen. You can tell the shorts a little bit different. They haven't taken the warm-up tops off yet, so we don't know what the jerseys actually look like, but again, new uniforms rocking for the Chieftains tonight, partner. Like we've kind of preluded to a little bit, this team, obviously, not necessarily on upset watch, but you can't also take an opponent like Parsons very lightly. What are some of the keys tonight that you'd say this team at Tonganoxie kind of needs to do to try to avoid the upset and really kind of pick up a really big confidence game heading into a potential rematch with Paola on Saturday?
Yeah, I think they need to have a fast start, come out and punch them in the mouth, not literally, but come out and score.
We're not Juwan Harris here.
Yeah, not fall behind, play aggressively, and they're going to have to hit shots tonight.
Going to have to hit shots tonight, and then last one for you, if they want to make a big run, we know this team, they have the potential to really be a big threat here. And again, coming in at the 6th seed, but they're a very dangerous 6th seed in this playoffs. Yeah. But what are some of the keys that they need to capitalize on in the games if they want to make a deep run to try to get to the state finals here in about a couple weeks?
Well, we've seen them be very efficient on offense when they drive the ball, especially Andrew Wilson, Mikey Conroy, and Zane Novotny. They've been pretty dynamic. When they get doubled, they're able to find the open shooter, and I think that's going to be important. I think they'll play man-to-man defense, but we'll see that. That may change if they get in foul trouble. But, tough defense, don't fall behind, and play with a lot of passion. It's the finality when you're a senior, you don't want to go home. You don't want to go out.
Yep.
So I really expect this team to come out fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, and you talk about the finality of it all. Four seniors on this team, 4 of the 5 making up the starting lineup for the squad. They don't want to play their last game tonight, and they don't want to play it anytime soon as well. We're in the final 30 seconds of the SNS Body pregame show. We're going to go ahead and send it down here momentarily to John Tolfson, our PA announcer here at Tonganoxie High School. We'll have the national anthem for you and starting lineups, and then the opening tip right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll be back here momentarily on the headset.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tonganoxie High School, home of the Chieftains. We welcome you and our guests from Parsons High School. Kansas State High School Activities Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. We invite you to remain seated at halftime of tonight's game for recognition of our wrestling team and performances from our Chieftain cheerleaders and the Chieftain Stars dance team. At this time, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and help us honor America and those who serve it in the playing of our national anthem. For Tonganoxie, number 12, the 6'2" senior, For Paola, number 3, 5'9" junior, Jesse Jones. For Parsons, for Tonganoxie, number 13, a 6'2" senior, Andrew Wilson. For Parsons, number 5, 6'1" senior, Cedric Webb. For Tonganoxie, number 14, a 6'4" junior, Taylor Clark. For Parsons, number 12, a 6'1" senior, Paxton Swanson. For Tonganoxie, number 22, 5'10" senior, Mikey Conroy. For Parsons, number 15, 6'3" sophomore, Landon Wheat. For Tonganoxie, number 23, a 6' senior, Zed Novotny. The coaches for tonight's game. For Parsons, Anthony Howe. For Tonganoxie, Bill Jones. This has been the Chieftains game. Kyle Summers, Jeff Evans, and Josh Stokestreet.
Opening tip-off tonight brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. In Tonganoxie, Community National Bank offers a diverse mix of products and services to serve all of your financial needs, whether it's financing a new home, expanding your small business, or needing assistance with your retirement plans. You can learn more at the website communitynationalbank.net.
And partner, before we tip off here, I want to give a shout out to some of the Keatsman family watching. Troy Irwin is watching from Minnesota, and Brenna Keatsman is watching in Scottsdale, Arizona. So welcome. Hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Yep, Troy and Brenna, again, thank you all so much for joining us tonight here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. One of the things I love the most about what we do here is that we provide a live stream of all the games, no matter where anybody is at. And if you listened to the broadcast last night, you already know about Hattie Baldock and her grandparents up in Iowa tuning in last night. But we are underway here and quickly getting the game started. An opening three-pointer there. And that's number 3 here on the roster, Jesse Jones, the junior for Parsons. Starting lineup tonight brought to you by the Tonganoxie Public Library. The same 5 out there for the Chieftains. Kyler Keatsman, Andrew Wilson, Caleb Clark, Mikey Conroy, and Zane Novotny. Chieftains with the ball right now, trying to get the ball down low. Works his way back up top. Good bounce pass. Wilson to Clark and blocked from behind, but a foul first. And the first team foul of the game. It looks like they're going to give it to number 5, Cedric Webb, the senior from Parsons. Starting 5 for the Vikings tonight: Cedric Webb, Paxton Swanson, Jesse Jones, who just knocked down the three-pointer on the other end for the Vikings. J.J. Kendrick and Landon Wheat, 2 sophomores, 1 junior, and 2 seniors, rounding up the starting 5 for Parsons. Again, making the nearly 3-hour trip up here to Tonganoxie, right near the Oklahoma and Kansas border. And with this kind of playoff seating that's recently been implemented, as Clark knocks down the second free throw, it's a 1 through 16 seeding, so it's great. Everybody in the 4A gets, another game, a guaranteed game in the playoffs, but that also kind of creates some of these long-distance games. And, for example, last night we traveled about an hour and a half to Wamego, and we see it tonight. Parsons making the trip up to Tonganoxie, and so far the Vikings looking up to it so far. That's Landon Wheat down underneath, knocking it over on Caleb Clark. And it's a quick 5-1 run for the Vikings. And now a steal here, taking it away from Kyler Keatsman and come back the other way. And you can tell Parsons playing out here, no pressure whatsoever. Now a 7-1 run.
Yeah, they're playing loose and free. And Tongie's been kind of off to that slow start we didn't want.
They definitely needed to try to avoid that. And how many times do you see that? Zane Novotny getting his pocket picked and a lob and a layup. Kendrick to Wheat. And who saw this coming? The Parsons Vikings coming in, a 9-1 run, have the Chieftains on the rope. A timeout from Coach Jones. Appears to be a quick 30-second. And we will go ahead and stay here with a 9-1 run to start this game for the Vikings. 6:24 left to go in the first quarter. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Running. And thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And who would have saw this coming?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Tongi boys respond to this, because you don't want to let Parsons continue to gain confidence, because now they'll be really, really dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing out there right now. You can tell they're just loose, and now they're definitely really feeling confident in themselves. And it's kind of like that mindset like the Lady Chieftains had last night, going in against Wamego. They should be feeling loose. They should be playing confident. None of the pressure is on them tonight. It is all on Tonganoxie. And Tongi, the 6th seed in this bracket, their portion of the 4A bracket. Parsons, the 11th seed, only a 7-12 record overall on the year. 12-4 overall, 12-8 overall, for Tonganoxie. Wilson driving left side and puts a layup up wide off the mark. And again, Parsons coming away with some numbers and slowing down a little bit. Now back out, driving in. Pass up again. The hands of Webb now driving in on Keatsman, and looked like he might have potentially had another step in there, but no travel call. Quickly an outlet to Conroy, gives it to Clark, and don't count the basket. They're going to say he walked with it first.
Doggone it. Chieftains needed that too.
And just a brutal first about 2 minutes.
Well, it looks like the referee's going to let him play.
Yeah.
At least so far.
Parsons now looking to add on to the lead here in the hands of Webb. Gives it up top to Wheat. Straight away 3-point short off the front iron and corralled by Andrew Wilson. Looking to pick up the pace here. He's going to try to go coast to coast. Picks it in the corner. Conroy back out to Novotny. Head fake. And now a whistle and a foul. And again on Parsons. That's on number 1, Kendrick. And that'll be his second team foul of the game for Parsons.
I think this is a big possession for the Chieftains. They need to score here.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there on that one. Number 22, Justin Smith checks in for Parsons. Wilson in the paint, kicks out. Corner 3 from Mikey Conroy. Just what they needed right there.
That's a big 3 right there.
Let's see if that can spark the momentum, start getting it to come over to Tonganoxie's side. Wheat driving baseline, and Novotny almost coming away with the steal, deflecting it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end. Wheat was driving baseline, looking to get it down into the corner to Smith.
Yeah, it was a good job by Zane getting in the passing lane there.
Yep. And in case you are just now joining us, yes, those are new uniforms out there for the Chieftains, kind of going with the all white and gold look. And fortunately for us, at least we know these players well enough now, because white numbers on a white jersey, a broadcaster's nightmare. Meanwhile, a whistle and an offensive foul underneath. Andrew Wilson.
Good position there by Wilson.
Taking all the contact on that one, and that's the foul on Wheat as he was trying to drive in, lowering the shoulder in a charge. His first and the third team foul now. Novotny with the ball. Kendrick on him, showing off the handles a little bit and quickly trying to give it to Wilson. And Wilson appeared to be a little bit on his heels there for a moment, a little off balance as it gets deflected out of bounds, and it'll stay down at this end. And Webb quickly checking back in for Smith. Kendrick for Parsons. Bounce pass from Novotny into Caleb Clark. Holding it, now hands it to Keatsman. Tried for the give and go, not open. Keatsman one-on-one down underneath. He's going to take it. Good move underneath by Kyler Keatsman.
Nice footwork right there. That's what the Chieftains needed.
Smith driving in, defense surrounding him, and now a steal for Tonganoxie. Only down 3, they could potentially tie it. Wilson only down 1 now, and asking for a foul from the official, not getting it. And Tonganoxie now starting to feel the momentum. Long range 3, nothing but net. Jones, big 3 there.
Man, that was NBA 3.
No doubt about it. And holding up the 3-point signal, taunting the student section as he retreated back to the other half of the court. Now Novotny trying to cross up Smith, dribbling right side, eventually blow it by him.
Nice
Easy
pass.
2, Andrew Wilson.
Nice assist there by Zane Novotny.
And good effort on the defensive end.
I think Zane caused that turnover.
He did, diving on the floor, poking that away. Tonganoxie come back the other way with it, slowing down now momentarily. Keatsman giving it up top to Novotny, getting the play call from Jones. And Tonganoxie will go to work here. Only down 2, can potentially take the lead or tie. And again, Novotny just caught napping. Smith takes it away from him, and an uncontested layup down the other end.
That's unlike Zane there.
That's only the second time tonight we've seen him.
Got his pocket picked.
Yeah.
And I really think he was looking down inside. And
yeah, you can tell he was surveying his options on the court, and Smith just able to get a paw in there, poke that one away, and take it down on the other end for 2. Parsons back on top, 14-10. And again. And an easy finger roll on the other end. Jones already with 8 points in this first quarter. And Tonganoxie, they're going to have to be a little bit more cautious when they got the ball in their hand, because this Parsons team.
They got to value the ball more.
Absolutely. Again. Chieftains able to hold on to it this time. Now back into the hands of Wilson. Got to be careful driving again with that left hand. Almost unstoppable.
Yeah, they either had to let him score or foul him there.
Already 6 points for Andrew Wilson. We've seen him in about the last 2-3 games of the season. A little bit low on the scoring end as far as point totals go. I don't even think he cracked 10. Had a season average of close to about 18. Already 6 early on in this one, and just forcing a shot up. Caught in no man's land there was Jones. And, yeah, that's a whistle and a foul every day, and you can see him looking over to his coach, and the coach is telling him you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, I think that's one of those frustration fouls, partner.
Yep, that's his first and the 4th team foul for Parsons. Full timeout, Coach Jones. We will take a break. 16-12, Vikings on top of the Chieftains. 1:44 left to go in the first quarter of this boys sub-state semifinal matchup.
Come count the ways 1866 Bar and Grill is Tongie's tastiest. Incredible selection, delicious preparation, and a beautifully designed space all make 1866 one of the area's premier eateries, delivering big city taste in a small town atmosphere. Satisfying sandwiches, sizzling steaks, the best burgers anywhere, and even lovely lemonade. See the full menu on Facebook at 1866 Bar and Grill, or order now by calling 913-369-7007.
Back here live out of the timeout, Tonganoxie High School, Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, a special playoff edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live here. And the road team, the Parsons Vikings, showing they are up for the challenge so far tonight, up 16-12 over Tonganoxie. They started the game on a 9-1 run. And definitely you can tell that they are playing loose and confident, not intimidated at all.
Yeah, Parsons picking up full court, too.
Number 34, Hunter Brownwell checking in for Parsons during the timeout. Straightaway three for Andrew Wilson, a little bit short, and that should be Tongi ball, and it is. Keatsman was going up for it, and Brownwell last second poking it out and out of bounds, so it'll stay down here. First substitution of the game for Tonganoxie. Alex Crowley checking in for Mikey Conroy. And for me, partner, this is the big key, if you ask me, is the help coming off of the bench. And when we talk about that, we think of Alex Crowley, Talon Langford, Isaiah Holthouse. If Tonganoxie really wants to make a deep run in these playoffs, and especially tonight, you got to get some decent help, especially on the defensive end, from your bench.
Yeah, that's no question. They've got to contribute when they come in.
And Langford now will be checking in. Next stoppage. Meanwhile, little jumper from the left elbow falling down for Swanson. And Tonganoxie, they got close, but now it's back up to a 6-point lead for the Vikings. Hands into the hands of Crowley, and Jones right on top of him.
Yeah, we need to see Zane get hot.
See if this one goes, and a little bit short. First couple of trays not falling down for Novotny yet. Jones quickly coming back the other way. Bounce pass to Webb under the baseline. Kicks it back out up top to Kendrick. He'll dribble it around. Novotny trying to poke that one away right on top of him defensively. Now driving left, and again, no whistle. Ball finding its way back to Webb in the corner. Under 30 seconds left to go. No.
They called that on Wilson?
They did. Blocking foul on Andrew Wilson, and yeah, I'm not a fan of that call whatsoever. You could see the Parsons player was driving in, lowered the shoulder, and even a little bit of an extension of the forearm, but they call it on Wilson, so he will pick up his first of the game, and that's the first team foul for Tonganoxie. Still down 6 at the moment. Lob in, and back up top, long range three again for Jones. He's already hit 2, doesn't make that one, and trying to make the extra pass, and again, almost disastrous there as Clark, 50-50 ball gets batted out. Still Tonganoxie basketball. And quickly, again, Parsons trying to make another substitution, and coming in for them, this is number 2, Trey Mack. So Tonganoxie has about 20 seconds left to work with before the end of the first quarter. Let's see what they draw up here, try to potentially cut this deficit in half before the start of the second quarter. Wilson with it up top, takes the screen. Defenders switch. He's driving in. Overhead pass. Talon Langford for 3, and a little bit too strong from the corner. Jones, good if it goes from half court. A little bit too strong off the backboard, and the first quarter comes to an end. The Vikings on top, 18-12 over the Chieftains. Second quarter action on the other side of the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
I can't.
15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Back here live out of the break, Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan started the second quarter in this boys sub-state semifinal matchup between the Tonganoxie Chieftains and the Parsons Vikings. 18-12 in favor of the road team. Right now, quick give and go, Langford underneath, extra pass to Keachman, and again another poke away and another steal for the Vikings. Quick transition, Webb, good block by Zane Novotny. And you can hear that from all the way up here, all ball. Langford thought about it again, collapsed the defense, Crowley for three. Can't get it to knock down. This place would have gone nuts if he would have hit it. And Parsons quickly, when they get the ball, they want to try to work as quick as they can and transition. Now slowing down momentarily. Kendrick with it up top, setting up the offense. Crowley on top of him, trying to swipe it. Kendrick blowing right by him, and now again a foul and a little push from behind on Alex Crowley. That'll be his first and the second team foul for Tonganoxie. Mikey Conroy coming back into the game, and Crowley going back to the bench. And Jones checking back in for Parsons, bringing out Mack. Swanson will inbound from the baseline, and he lobs it up again up top to Kendrick. They'll set it up at the top of the perimeter, giving it right back to Swanson. Long range three, no good. High arching off the iron and corralled by Tonganoxie. Kyler Keatsman to be specific. Wilson behind the back, driving in, kick out. Conroy can't hit the 3-point. Good, strong rebound. Andrew Wilson and trying to finish. And Langford fighting for the rebound underneath and falling hard down to the court.
Well, I hope that wasn't his head that we heard hit the floor.
Well, he got up pretty quick. That's Landon Wheat, the sophomore. And he appears to be okay, but I think he's going to get checked out, and he's going to get literally checked out of the game. And I think head trainer here at Tonganoxie, Mark Padfield's going to check him out, make sure he's okay between the ears before coming back into this ball game. He definitely took a hard tumble, though.
He really did.
And you folks heard it all the way back at home. First foul of the game for Talon Langford, though. He was just trying to fight for that rebound and almost spiking Wheat down to the ground. Unintentional, of course. Another 3-point shot on the way. Wells short. Rebound underneath. Andrew Wilson quickly back up to Conroy. One-on-one. Bounce pass to Keatsman and a block by Kendrick. And I think you said it best, partner, before we came back from the break. This Parsons team, I think, a little bit better than the record really shows.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Wilson lob into Clark at the right elbow, out to Novotny, long range three, nothing but net. And hopefully, after seeing the first one go down, maybe Zane can really get hot.
That's usually the way it works for him.
And once he gets hot, this team is almost unstoppable to beat. Back to a one-possession game now. The atmosphere here so far has been top-notch from the student section. USA theme night. There, as you can see on the screen, but now we have another whistle on the floor, and this one's going to be on Zane Novotny. He picks up his first. And now each team knotted up at 14 fouls apiece. Brownsville getting checked out, and Wheat coming back into the game. So fortunate to hear no serious injury for that young man. Novotny now picking the pocket, and a layup at the other end. 1-point contest.
Giving Parsons a little taste of their own medicine there.
This is going to be a dogfight all throughout.
Looks like.
Jones, I think foot was on the line, long range two, it still does not fall. And how is that not another foul on Jones?
I don't know.
Poked out of bounds. I say last touch by Wilson. Again, another questionable call over there.
No, I think that's a good call, partner.
And Wilson trying to double check with the official, make sure that's right, and the official sticking with his guns. Meanwhile, Crowley back in and Novotny getting checked out. Can't imagine he'll be held out for very long in this contest.
I wouldn't think.
You could tell Parsons kind of forcing the tempo to be really picked up in this game, and Novotny almost looking a little winded out there and really needing that breather on the bench.
Well, he's really chasing those guards around.
Yeah, especially Jones. He's been right on top of him all night long. Good extra pass and a block from behind. Wheat was trying to go up for the dunk, and again, that's on Wilson, and that'll be his second.
No, I think that was on. Who was that on?
That's on Wilson. That's his second.
Wilson.
He came from the block from behind. It looked clean. I said Landon Wheat now going to the free throw line. And a chance to extend the lead here from one. First one on the way and can't get it to fall. And Wilson now will get checked out, and Novotny will come back in. And now Jones having a nice little conversation with the official. You can see him right at the bottom of your screen, right behind our scoreboard. Second free throw on the way and getting it to fall for Wheat. And now Swanson will come back in and Webb will come out. And still a one-possession game, 19-17. Knock this down. A little too strong, but good effort into the hands of Crowley. Novotny's step back, had him off his feet again. Straight away three for Kyler Keatsman. A little too strong again. Third chance for Clark. Jump ball is called, and it's in favor of Parsons. And Coach Jones not liking it there. You can see Clark immediately kind of going into the fetal position with the basketball. I think Coach Jones a little frustrated there, saying be aware of the possession arrow. So Parsons getting the ball back. And Andrew Wilson looked like he had a little brief trip into the training room, got his wrist taped up. More on that in a minute. Crowley coming back the other way and can't finish it. Jones hot on his heels, but Conroy right back for the offensive rebound. Now Tonganoxie, if they can really cash these in with some second and third chance points.
Yeah, that'll be huge.
And Jones right on top of Conroy. Active hands trying to poke that basketball away. Novotny feeling the heat, give and go. Clark, and again, Jones poking it away, and it's on the court. And that's got to be an offensive foul. You got to call that on Jones. Oh, come on now.
Called that a block on Mikey Conroy, I think.
Jones, you could literally see him lower his shoulder and knock Mikey Conroy down to the court.
Yeah, I think the referee was saying that Mikey was moving, but
good Lord.
Regardless.
Only the first foul now for Mikey. Andrew Wilson still trying to get that right wrist taped up. Appeared maybe when he took that fall down on the court a little bit earlier, trying to save that ball, he might have rolled that on that wrist up a little bit.
Yeah, now they're getting a little ticky-tacky on the calls. Yep. Is that going to be a one-on-one now?
Yeah, it's the seventh team foul. So now one-on-one free throws coming in. They give that to Crowley, and that's his second.
You need to block out here if this first shot misses.
Number one, J.J. Kendrick, the 6-foot sophomore guard. First one on the way. It appears a little strong. It is strong, and tipped it to the hands of Clark. But you got to be aware of your surroundings as Kendrick just pokes it away from behind and lays it in for two.
Yep. You're getting caught napping.
That has been the big difference so far tonight is the points off steals.
Yeah, no question.
And takeaways for Parsons.
That's 4 or 5 that I count.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice ball movement. Novotny, another three-pointer, well short. And again, quickly coming back the other way. Now Kendrick with it, driving in on Clark. Bounce pass in the corner to Smith, and his toes just on the baseline, trying to save it before going out of bounds. And it's a turnover for Parsons. And Wilson now coming back in. The black tape on the shooting wrist. And let's see how that will kind of affect him as this game goes on. Hopefully not too severe. And Crowley gets checked back out.
They need to take advantage of this turnover here.
Yes. They've gotten close already a couple of times. Haven't been able to tie this game back up or get within one. And a drive inside, and now 2 free throws coming for Andrew Wilson. The foul on number 15, Swanson, his first, and the 15 foul for Parsons.
He must have got him with the body because the block looked pretty clean.
line shooting 2.
Wilson and the officials still having a conversation about something. They get it squared away, and Andrew Wilson, arguably the best free throw shooter on this Tonganoxie squad at the charity stripe. A chance to cut this deficit in half. First one, good.
And maybe in the conference, I think he's about 90%.
That's safe. That's safe to say. About mid 80s season average.
Yeah, no
total.
question. Won the free throw shooting contest at the Tonga Invitational.
He sure did for not just the Tonga team, all the boys teams that were there.
And then we jinxed him.
Yep, go figure. That's how it always works in this broadcasting business. A mid-range jumper rallying around on the rim a couple times. It pulled down from Wilson. Now another chance.
Boy, Andrew's been active on the. Good job, Andrew. He's been active on the defensive boards, that's for sure.
And he just eclipsed double digits, 11 points on the night. And back to a one-point game, 21-20, approaching 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter of this boys sub-state semifinal matchup. Winner of this will go on to play Saturday, play the winner of Chanute and Paola. Short on that attempt. Now Tonganoxie a chance to take the lead. The lob and tipping it out was Wheat. The lob just not quite high enough. Novotny was looking for Clark.
Yeah, I think that was a good idea, but the lob needed to be a little bit higher.
Right, and Wheat, you got him. They got him 6'3" listed in height, and you add in his wingspan to that. Yeah. Just not tall enough to get over his fingertips. Meanwhile, ball will stay down here, so Tonganoxie still a chance to take the lead. Ball poked up in the air. Novotny open corner three. No good. Tipped up Keatsman. And now it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay down here. Last touch by Mack.
That's good job, Kyler, fighting for that rebound. Caused the Parsons player to knock it out of bounds.
Jesse Jones checking back in for Parsons. He's been the leading scorer for their team so far with 8 in the game, and has been very active on the defensive end, and about a handful of steals, too. Novotny dribbling in the corner, double team, kick out. 3 for Kyler Keatsman, short off the back iron, collected in by Swanson. Now Jones coming back the other way, stopped momentarily by Conroy, back out, now down inside. Wheat working in on Clark, and up and off the glass for 2.
That's good footwork right there.
7 points for Landon Wheat. And now a timeout on the floor, I believe it's for Parsons. And we will go ahead and take that with him. 2:22 left to go in the second quarter. 23-20 Vikings on top of the Chieftains. We'll be right back with more action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
All right, back out of the quick 30-second timeout. Tonganoxie will inbound. Conroy will give it into Wilson. 2:22 left to go in the second quarter. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan going back-to-back nights here live on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We were at Wamego last night for the girls matchup, sub-state semifinal between the Lady Chieftains and the Red Raiders, and we're back again tonight. Fortunately, at home, not having to make the about 2.5-hour trip by car to Parsons. And we have a tight one, and Tonganoxie back within one, another layup.
Yeah, nice Euro step there by Andrew and finishing with the left hand. Good job.
Wild shot put up by Jones. Second chance, almost falling down for Wheaton, and Jones somehow up the shortest man on the court. And a crowd of white jerseys coming away with that rebound and putting it back up for another 2. Ball in the hands of Novotny. Jab step to the right, faking up top. Clark back to the basket, handoff to Conroy. Ball quickly now working its way back into the hands of Wilson, taking the screen, now feeling the double team, has to get rid of it. Now to Clark at the free throw line up top to Keatsman. He's looking around, puts it on the ground once with the left hand, hand off to Novotny. Tight defense on Kendrick. Ball now Wilson driving again, late kick out, corner three, can't fall for Zane Novotny, but he gets the rebound, saving it before going out of bounds. Good ball movement here by Tonganoxie. Conroy will give it a try. What?
What'd they call?
Travel.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, doggone. So Swanson, Wheat, Brownwell, Mack, Jones, and now Wheat will actually get checked out. So now Kendrick, those are the 5 out for Parsons, Novotny, Conroy, Wilson, Clark, and Keatsman. Starting 5 back out there for the Chieftains. Jones taking his time, bringing it across the half-court line, approaching 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Parsons on top by 3, 25-22. Clock continuing to roll just now at 30 seconds, now under. Handoff to Kendrick, dribbling left side. Handoff to Swanson, fakes the pass, dribbling on the right. Novotny right in his face, now into the hands of Kendrick. Now under 20 seconds left to go. Into Brownville, just from beyond the right elbow, short off the iron, collected by Swanson with the rebound, but not before he is fouled underneath. And those can be 1-on-1 free throws coming back.
Gonna get that on Novotny. Yep. That's his second.
Second foul of the game for Zane Novotny, the 18th foul overall for Tonganoxie. 1-on-1 free throws here. Number 12, Paxton Swanson, the 6'1 senior. First one on the way and can't make it.
You have got
ball batted around,
boys.
and Conroy gets it. Bounce pass to Wilson, now under 10 seconds left to go. Chieftains chance to tie. Defense comes from behind, gets it away. Clark back to Wilson, long range 3, and almost wedged it, and ball tipped out of bounds, and the clock expires. So we go into the locker room, down 3, 25-22 to the Parsons Vikings. We'll be right back with the White Birch Properties Realty Executives halftime show right after this quick break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs. Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
Forward-thinking fashions and fashionable formals. That's Jeannie's Formals Fashions and Boutique in downtown Tonganoxie. Jeannie's is Tongi's dress shop with the perfect style for your upcoming formal event, including tuxes. Jeannie's also has a huge selection of Chiefs and Chieftain gear, kids apparels and toys, graphic tees, sublimated tumblers, and more. Stylish apparel in sizes from juniors to 3X. Stop by and see the girls at Jeannie's to get the latest fashions first. 520 East 4th Street in downtown Tongi, or on Facebook at Jeannie's Formals.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
Welcome into the White Birch Properties Realty Executives halftime show. At White Birch Properties, you have a team of agents ready to help you buy or sell that next house, and their team is ready to help lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or give them a call at 913-915-0451. A three-point game right now. Parsons on top, 25-22 on Tonganoxie, and this boys sub-state semifinal matchup in the 4A East bracket, sub-state group number 3. To be really specific, the Chieftains Stars out doing their halftime routine. Run through the point totals real quick for both teams. Kyler Keatsman, 2 points. Andrew Wilson with 11. Caleb Clark only with 1. Mikey Conroy, the lone three-pointer. And Zane Novotny, 5 points. Only 1 three-pointer on the night so far. On the flip side for the Vikings, Kendrick with 2. Jones with 11. So with 10, excuse me. Webb with 2. Swanson with 2. Wheat with 7. And Smith with 2. So it's been Jones for Parsons and Wilson for Tonganoxie that's been getting the job done for their teams. At the moment, obviously we mentioned it earlier in the first half, the record for Parsons. I want to double check here again. We'll take another look at this team definitely playing much better than their record really shows.
Yeah, no question about that. And I think you can tell the real difference in this first half for me, partner, was the points off turnovers and steals by Parsons. I mean, I think it was Jones. I can remember at least 3, maybe even 4, where he stole the ball and scored.
Yep, and actually we're going to take a brief pause momentarily because we are going to recognize our state champion boys wrestling team. A lot of individual awards and, of course, the team award coming in, the #1 4A wrestling team out of all the boys teams from the East and the West.
And they got it done, partner.
And they did get it done. We're going to send it down to Cody Witt. Let him talk. Well-deserved round of applause indeed. First overall team state title in 31 years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really, really impressive. And, of course, there were 5 total Chieftains wrestling on Saturday in Salina. I'll list them off here. Going down, Braden Moore, he finished third in state. Colton Brusman also finishing third. You just heard there Grayson Sontag and Coach Delich. They were recognized as Regional Wrestler and Regional Coach of the Year, respectively. And Coach Delich also winning, voted by the officials, the 4A KSHSAA Coach of the Year at the tournament. A very high honor there as well. Tyler Pankey finishing second at state. Gabe Bailey bringing home a state championship here at Tonganoxie High. Noah Bailey, his brother, finishing in second, and Grayson Sontag finishing in second. So a lot of hardware brought back from Salina over the weekend. I know you're the big wrestling buff. Just how impressive is what this team pulled off? How impressive is it?
Well, I can tell you, partner, anytime you get 4 wrestlers in the state final, that's unbelievable. And it's really hard for anybody to catch them because those points that you score there are huge for the team. I mean, I take my hat off to these guys because I know how hard of a grind that is to go through the year and to come away with that much hardware and recognition from the state tournament is just outstanding.
Yep, absolutely outstanding. It is a hard grind being a wrestler. Arguably one of the hardest grinds in all of sports, if you ask me, because you got to go the whole wrestling season, because you're strict to your weight class, got to watch what you eat, got to exercise. Your stamina has to be just through the roof.
Right.
And for a lot of these guys, like Grayson Sontag going up to Central,
Eastern Michigan, right?
Eastern Michigan, going up to wrestle at the next level. I'm sure a lot of those other guys going off to wrestle at the next level as well, or they're coming back next season.
Right.
But an outstanding year for both the boys and the girls wrestling team. So congratulations to both the wrestling clubs and to Coach Delich.
Absolutely. That's a huge honor for Coach Delich.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then wrestling is one of those sports, one of those few sports that it's mano a mano. And what I mean by that, you don't have any teammates out there with you on the mat. It's you against one or the eye, and it's a gladiator sport.
Absolutely. And last thing here, we'll wrap up the wrestling talk. It's one thing to wrestle against a lot of the wrestlers that you might have wrestled against in the tournament, but once you get to the final and you get to facing those schools out west, in western Kansas, in the winter, you go out for wrestling, and if you don't make it, you go play basketball. That's how they run it out there. Yep. Really tough competition out west, and typically they dominate a lot of these. The state tournaments have a lot of hardware come back themselves, and usually it's always the team out west that wins the overall team state championship. But
we've seen that trend starting to change here, though, in the last 5 to 10 years. Hopefully that'll continue.
Absolutely.
All right, now we need to get these Chieftains going here.
Yep, absolutely. Getting ready to start the second half. Again, the second half again brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust tonight. You can view all their resources and all their support that they offer at their website, communitynationalbank.net. Any specific keys in the second half for Tonganoxie?
They got to quit turning the ball over, and they need to be more efficient on offense.
Pretty straightforward there. Parsons, they have been fast and active with the hands on the defensive end, and they've collected about, I would have to guess, about 8 points off turnovers tonight. And now,
I would say that's an easy estimate.
Big three-pointer to start this half. 14 points for Andrew Wilson, and finally Tonganoxie, they've gotten close but haven't actually tied it yet. Officially doing that here, knotted up at 25 apiece, just under 7:30 left to go.
That was a big three-pointer by Andrew.
Step back, mid-range jumper short off the iron. Good rebound underneath. Mikey Conroy got great position underneath on Wheat.
Yeah, you got to love that when you have your guards crashing the boards.
And Wilson is a man on a mission. Count the basket.
And the foul. Could be a quick 6-0 run here.
That is a man on a mission right now. Telling the coach, give me the ball, and everybody else get out of my way. Looking to cap off the 6-0 run, courtesy of number 13 out there on the way, and knocks it down.
I didn't think he'd miss 2 in a row.
No. Now Kendrick trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Now kicking it back up top in the hands of Swanson. Dribbling once. Now back to Kendrick. Swinging around. Getting a screen on the right side. Now trying to penetrate. Stops. Now back into the hands of Swanson. Tonga defense trying to lock up this Parsons defense. One-on-one down underneath. Trying to call for it and gets the ball taken away. Novotny had it. Was trying to quickly give it up to court to Conroy. There was nobody between him and the basket. Would have been an easy 2.
Yeah. the Parsons player got a hand on that. It saved 2, no question.
And Tonganoxie will maintain possession of the basketball, and Wilson, he knew it. He tried to stop at the very last second, but already too much in motion and a travel call.
He was wanting Mikey Conroy to come to him.
Right. Kendrick getting an earful from the student section. He gets it into Jones. Again, Novotny going to be following him around, running around all over the court. Jones had him lost for a moment. Can't knock down the three-pointer, though. And now quickly trying to come back the other way, up to Keatsman, trying to blow by Webb, and now it's in the hands of Clark. Wilson calling for it. Three-pointer. Yes!
He's a man on a mission, as you said, partner.
A 9-0 run for the Chieftains, all by Andrew Wilson to start off this second half. Parsons trying to go on a run here now. Webb and a foul underneath. And this could potentially be on Wilson. We'll wait and see. And
it is.
It is. And that'll be the third of the game for Andrew.
He's going to have to be smart now not to pick up that fourth before the end of this quarter.
And Coach Jones, again, not motioning to the bench. So it looks like he'll leave him out there.
Well, you got to leave your hot hand in there.
Knocking down the first free throw is Webb. Mack will check in for Parsons, and he will come in for Kendrick.
Yeah, Coach Jones has got to count on Andrew's senior leadership here to do the best he can to stay out of foul trouble. And another big rebound. He's already got a double-double, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. He's been starting to take over on the offensive end, and he's been getting it done on the defensive end as far as rebounding goes as well. And now this is going to be a whistle and a foul on Jones. He was trying to come in on that steal, trying to take it away from Conroy. And that's the second foul of the game on him, and the second team foul of the half for Parsons. Novotny will inbound right in front of Marcet. A lob down into the paint to Keachman, trying to give it back to Clark, and it's off the sneaker. And here come the Vikings back the other way with it. Webb trying to take it, and he does lay in for 2. Excuse me, and that was actually Mack that laid it in for 2. His first bucket of the night. Chieftains now going back to work up top by 3. They spent the majority of that first half, actually probably about all of that first half behind.
Good pass.
And a bunny underneath, missed by Caleb Clark. It circled around that rim once. It did not fall. Jones penetrating.
Got to stop the ball, fellas. Come on.
And quick back-to-back buckets here by Parsons, and we're back to a 1-point game, 31-30. Approaching 5 minutes left to go in the third.
Nobody stopped that drive. He went coast to coast.
Not yet, at least. Wilson dribbling right side, handoff to Novotny, trying to shake off his defender, Mack. Dribbling right side, kicking it to the wing. And now this is a whistle on the floor, and it's going to be called on Mack, and that'll be his first foul of the game. And Tonganoxie will now inbound underneath the basket at the baseline. Kendrick checking back into the game for the Vikings, coming in for Swanson.
Let's see if the Chieftains can come up with a inbounds play here. Looks like Wilson's going to trigger it in.
So the hot hand will inbound it. He waits for someone to come open, lobs it into Novotny, handoff to Clark, back around to Wilson. Kendrick right on top of him. Clark calling for it down low, and he gets it, working one-on-one on Wheat. A little too strong. Good rebound, and he is fouled, so he'll have a chance to earn him at the line. Great sequence underneath there by Caleb Clark, though.
Yeah, no question. Nice footwork to get the first one, and then did a good job getting a rebound and putting it back. Now we just need to hit these free throws.
Battling strong down underneath. Battling with the length of Wheat. That's the second foul of the game for him. And Caleb Clark going to the free throw line. First time tonight, 4:41 left to go in the third. A 1-point lead at the moment for the Chieftains, pending the 2 free throws from Caleb Clark, the junior. Takes one dribble, free throw on the way, and good. Knocks down the first one. Brownwell coming back in for the Vikings, and he'll bring out Wheat. Conroy and Mack already back on the Parsons side of the court. Second free throw incoming. Almost whisper quiet here in the gym, with the exception of my voice, of course. And Clark knocks down the second free throw. And now Swanson back in to the game for Webb. Parsons trying to go in a little rapid fire with their substitutions here. Head coach Anthony Hawk trying to keep fresh legs out on the court at all times. Give credit to both players for all the players on both teams. They've been playing fast, high-tempo basketball, running all over the floor, and we've seen a lot of hands on knees and short of breath.
Yeah, it's been a frenetic pace, no question about
Absolutely, and wide open underneath. Good pass, Swanson to Kendrick.
Just a good offensive play right there.
Just tip your cap to that one, and that ball almost going out of bounds. Clark just putting the brakes on before rolling out of bounds, and now Mack trying to come away with the steal, and he stepped out first, and you see Conroy kind of smacking the court a couple times saying, I need to make better passes.
And Coach Jones agreeing with him.
Finally giving it out into Wilson. He'll collect. He'll be met by Kendrick right at the half-court line. Now in the hands of Novotny. Head fake guarded by Max. Spin move on Swanson, trying to rifle it into Keatsman and deflected and taken back the other way. Here comes Swanson the other way, puts it up, no good on the shot, and it rolls out of bounds. Like I say, last touch by Caleb Clark.
Yeah, it looked like that was poked out from behind, but
and that's
hard
what
to tell from here.
And that's what he's trying to tell the official, too, and not hearing any of it as Alex Crowley comes back in. Mikey Conroy going out for Tonganoxie, and Webb checking back in for Brownwell. Parsons with the inbounds play. Swanson will trigger it in, and he gets it into Jones. Has some space. Now driving in, stops in the paint, kicks it out. Mack to the elbow. Kendrick now back out. 3-point on the way for Swanson. Short. And fighting for the rebound and collecting is Kyler Keatsman. Now a lob up the court. And to Crowley in the corner and passing up the open three. This one he'll take. And short and off the face of Keatsman, but Crowley, Johnny on the spot, collects it. Wilson, another drive in. Puts it up. Count the basket!
Wow, what a play by Andrew Wilson.
If that's not an easy relic play, I don't know what is. Text THS at 816-406-0051. Get that acrobatic layup by Andrew Wilson sent right to your phone. He has been a man on the mission so far in the second half. 11 points already, a chance to make it 12. At the free throw line here, it's on its way, and he rattles it home.
Well, he had some nice English on that shot to make sure he had a chance to go in the hoop.
Long range three, Jones trying to answer, and he does.
It's been pretty deadly for him.
His third 3-point basket of the night, and from well into NBA range, might we add, too. He's showing it off. Crowley, now Jones hitting the deck a little bit, and no whistle. We've seen Parsons get away with a couple of those tonight. I like the no call.
Yeah.
Clark to Keatsman, finishing. Second bucket of the night for Kyler Keatsman, and the good dish from Caleb Clark.
Good job by the post guys.
And now a clean block on the other end.
Got an outlet here.
Quickly trying to get it up, and it's into the hands of Clark. Chieftains with some numbers.
Yeah, some
Wilson
numbers
back to Clark, driving to the basket, too strong. Tipped out to Novotny, driving baseline. No look behind the back pass. Oh!
Alex Crowley nails it.
No mercy. Coming back the other way again, and Keatsman's pass intercepted. One hand snagged by Jones. Coming back the other way, blocked from behind, but a foul.
That's got to be his 5th or 6th steal, Jones's. And he's quick.
I just want to go back. I really wish we had instant replay because that sequence, Novotny, you saw him, was driving in, took the defense with him, no look. Takes it with his right hand and passes it backward. No look to Alex Crowley and knocks down the spot up three. Just a beautiful sequence there for the Chieftains.
It really was.
Langford checking in for Tonganoxie, and Smith and Wheat checking in for Parsons. And Caleb Clark will come out for a breather. And the man bun chants now starting to come out from the Tonganoxie student section. Jones knocks down both the free throws, and now we have a timeout on the floor. He will go ahead and take that with them. Chieftains starting to come to life here in the third quarter. They lead 41-37, 2:07 left to go in the third. We'll be right back after this break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Back out of the quick timeout here. Tonganoxie with the lead, 41-37, 2:07 left to go in the third. In case if you're just now joining us, Andrew Wilson has gone off here. He had 11 in the whole first half, and he's had 12 alone in this third quarter. Opened up on a 9-0 run for Tonganoxie, open a half, and now another steal for Parsons, and Jones lays it up for two on the other end, and back to a one-possession game now.
Yeah, another one of those steals by Jones.
He's got 19 of his own. He's going to have a double-double with points and steals by this one. By the time this one's over,
No kidding.
he just might. Is that even possible? A double-double with steals and points?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. It's usually rebounds, points, and
Assists.
assists.
I've seen it with blocks
Yeah,
before. So
blocks,
I mean,
yeah. Maybe steals.
it
would
could
work,
happen.
yeah.
It's one you definitely don't see very often.
Well, he's
that's
well
for sure.
on his way, I can tell you that.
Third foul of the game for Kendrick, number one for the Vikings. 16 foul. And now coming up empty-handed on that steal tip. Langford back into the game for Tonganoxie. Gives it to Crowley, and now the ball is Wilson to Keachman out to Langford again. And he'll give it to Novotny in that right corner there, guarded by Smith. And nobody taking talent as he drove into the basket.
Yeah,
And
nice head fake there to get the defender off his feet, too. Good job by Talon there.
He got Weed off his feet and laid it down, and now he's a freshman chance coming in from the student section. And Crowley going to be whistled again for the foul. She was trying to poke that one away from Kendrick. That's the third of the game for him. More substitutions coming in. Mikey Conroy back in for Zane Novotny. And he will head to the bench for a quick breather. Crowley will stay in with his 3 fouls, 1:15 counting, still left to go here in the third. Zipping into the corner, the southpaw Smith puts it up, and an ugly shot there off the corner of the backboard, but again, still tipping it around. Who wants it? Kendrick has it now, and now a whistle, and it's going to be a foul on Tonganoxie. It's just too many opportunities for Parsons to get rebounds down on that end.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that before the game. They have to limit that.
Clark coming in for Keatsman. And the foul was on Langford, and that's his second of the game. 14th foul for Tonganoxie. The lob play, Wheat taking it but can't finish. Open over on the glass. Ball ripped out of the hands of Wilson. Smith lobs it in for two.
Well, that had to be 4 or 5 chances they had there. You just can't allow that.
Yep. Back to a one-possession game now. Under a minute left to go. 43-41. Chieftains on top of the Vikings. Clock continuing to run now under 40 seconds. Bounce pass to Langford underneath on the right block. Kicking it back out to Wilson, who was almost making a cut to the basket, and that would have been another turnover, but able to save it. Now hands it off to Conroy, feeling the pressure. Wilson back with it, driving baseline. Stops in the hands of Langford. Now to Crowley. 20 seconds and counting left to go. Back out to Wilson. Good defense here from Parsons.
Yeah, they're
Wilson
they're
with
doubling the ball every time. So
Langford underneath, trying to get it back to Wilson, and now a steal. It was right to Webb. Still loose. Tonganoxie recovers. Long range three for Wilson, short off the iron. Crowley, it's good if it goes, and almost knocked it down, almost banked it in as the buzzer sounded, and no good. And we head to the fourth quarter. Still a tight ball game here. Sub-state semifinal contest. Parsons and Tonganoxie 43-41. Chieftains on top. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Family Medicine of Tonganoxie, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 913-845-8400 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Tonganoxie, your partner for lifelong health.
For more than 20 years, Kevin Gallagher with American Family Insurance has been serving area families and businesses. As members of your community, Kevin and his staff understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted neighbors and friends. With locations in Tonganoxie and Kansas City, the Kevin Gallagher Agency is building stronger partnerships. Get a quote today by calling 913-369-4444. That's 913-369-4444. Home, life, auto, farm, and more. The Kevin Gallagher Agency, American Family Insurance.
Back here live at Tonganoxie High School, a special playoff broadcast on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight on this Wednesday evening. A great game on tap right now, 43-41. Chieftains on top of the Vikings. Tonganoxie outscoring Parsons 21-16 in that last quarter, and Jesse Jones getting the scoring started in the fourth quarter. First bucket going to Parsons, and they tie the game back up at 43.
Jones is having quite a night.
At 21 points so far. And with 3 3-pointers to go with that, Novotny corner three short off the iron, and a rebound by Kendrick. And whistle, and that one's a double dribble there on Kendrick, immediately going towards the Parsons bench, tapping the chest and saying, my bad on that one. Student section telling him he needs to practice the fundamentals. Look at that, great turnout.
Yeah, it's been a nice.
By the student section, you'll see it when we inbound there.
Good support there.
Great, and as you can see there, something you don't see a lot is the Lady Chieftains showing up tonight and supporting the boys team, so adding some strong numbers to that student section. But overall, great turnout tonight, great atmosphere here tonight. And we all have been treated to a great basketball game so far. 7-minute mark, tied up at 43. Wilson laying that one in with the left hand. His total moves up to 25. Jones driving in, can't answer. One-handed sling to Conroy, catches in stride and lays it in for two.
That was Novotny, wasn't it?
That was just telling Conroy, go long, hitting him on the post pattern and laying it in for two.
Almost looked like Jet Chip Wasp.
Just about. And now a turnover. Webb was driving in, was trying to give it to Swanson, who was cutting down towards the basket on the baseline, and he would have been open and would have had a bucket. Instead, it sails out of bounds, and Tongi will inbound. A little bit of pressure here, some token pressure, though, from the Vikings. Not committing so hard to it. They're down by 4, 47-43 to Tonganoxie. Winner of this matchup will move on to play Saturday right now at 6 o'clock, and they will get the winner of Paola and Chanute.
Good job.
Kyler Keatsman, easy two underneath.
Good job, Kyler. That was a nice interior pass, but a nice finish by Kyler there.
6 points now in the game for Kyler Keatsman. Jones, late dish to Swanson, almost the exact same play as last time, except it didn't go out of bounds, and he's able to finish it for two. And a whistle and a timeout on the floor. You've been watching this presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, you'll find personalized coverage designed for you. As an agency that believes in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client to see how they can help you protect what matters most. Give them a call at 913-369-6600. Back in 30 seconds here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
taking the lead. Back out of the quick timeout, live back here at Tonganoxie High School, 49-45. Chieftains with the lead at the moment. 5:44 still left to go in the fourth quarter. And like you just said, partner, it's anybody's game still right now.
Yeah, no question about that. Both teams playing at a high level here.
A game that had a lot of anticipation of a Tonganoxie blowout. A potential they were supposed to win by double digits. But they have found themselves in nothing short of a dogfight so far tonight. And credit to this Parsons team as well.
Yeah, they've been really good.
You know, because it's one thing to go on a road game. It's another thing to travel about 3 hours for a playoff game and then come out off the bus and play this good so far against a very solid and well-respected Tonganoxie squad. Again, only down by 4. Now getting a stop, looking to cash in with some points. And short on the shot in the paint there from Swanson and Andrew Wilson. He's going to need some help. Triple team there. Now Tonganoxie with some numbers.
Should have numbers.
Into the corner. Conroy driving baseline out to Novotny. Head fake, step back. Still not holding on. Holding on for the shot. No look. Conroy for 3. Yes! 8 points on the night for Mikey Conroy. 2 3-pointers.
And another assist for Zane.
Tonganoxie now looking to start to pull away in this one. Lead is up to 7.
Well, they need another stop here.
Up to Webb. Keatsman trying to poke it away. Kicks it out. Was looking for Swanson, but now it's in the hands of Kendrick. Stops down low, pivoting around, trying to go to Jones.
And look at Andrew Wilson. Who was that? Was Zane.
That was Zane. And
on the floor. I think he might have tweaked his ankle. Or
diving on the floor, trying to poke that one away. Might have tweaked the ankle a little bit, trying to jog it off. And
could be his knee, too.
Yeah, he might have just hit his knee pretty hard. Yeah, and he's holding the knee. I think you know what it's like when you hit your kneecap on that court. It hurts. And Jones as well shaken up. He got his legs taken out from underneath him, and that's the foul call. As a matter of fact, they're going to give it to Novotny as he was diving down. He cut Jones' legs out from underneath him. He fell hard on the ground, and he's holding his back still. And we have a full timeout here from Tonganoxie. A chance for both those players to recover. 52-45. Chieftains on top. 4:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back after this break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Chieftains looking to start to pull away in this one. They have a 7-point lead, 52-45 over Parsons. 4:35 still left to go in the fourth quarter. In case you're just now tuning in, timeout was called because Zane Novotny and Jesse Jones for Tongi and Parsons respectively, both little generally getting up off the court. Novotny was diving for a loose ball, and he cut out the legs of Jones underneath him, and when Novotny was diving down, his knee hitting hard on the court, and he is still on the sideline. Coach Jones going to give him a little bit. Meanwhile, Jones still into the game for Parsons. He has the ball right now, and he's driving in, and it's rejected. Kyler Keatsman.
Good job, Kyler. Man, he was protecting the rim there.
And
Big block.
Novotny saying he's good to go back in, so he'll be coming back the next stoppage. Crowley, he's the man off the bench in for Novotny at the moment. And he will hand the ball off, and it's up to Clark right now into the corner to Conroy. Wilson with it with some space. Going to penetrate. Good extra pass. Yes. Finishing with the right hand. Kyler Keatsman.
It's a nice assist by Andrew there.
8 points on the night, and it's now a 9-point lead. Largest lead of the night for either team. Kendrick trying to pivot around, and they wave it off.
They're going to call a foul there, I guess.
Yep, the foul on the floor.
They're going to call that on Crowley?
They're going to give it on Crowley, and that's his fourth. Give the young man credit, though. He's been very aggressive on the defensive end.
You know, Alex, he's really given him some good minutes tonight.
He really has, and he's going to get checked out. Clark initially was going out, but it's Crowley.
Yeah, we said that was an important part of the game, and Alex Crowley has delivered so far.
Crowley has done it, and Langford as well. He's clocked in some great minutes. Novotny taking away the basketball and giving it to Conroy and the easy 2 on the other end.
Yeah, he may have double-doubles on steals, too.
And some contact underneath. Novotny trying to put the hands straight up in the air last second.
I think that's going to be his 4th.
Yeah, it will be his 4th.
Well, you got to trust your senior to be smart this last 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
That's Coach Jones, a decision to make here, and talking him up a little bit on the bench and not even toying with the notion of subbing him out. They're going to leave him in there. 3:42 left to go in the 4th. And a 10-point lead right now where it stands after Jones knocking down the free throw. Second one on the way and good. 23 points on the night for Jesse Jones, leading scorer for Parsons. 25 points for Andrew Wilson,
That
leading
young
scorer
man's
for the
been
Chieftains.
impressive, too. I think he's only 5'9".
Yeah, the 5'9 junior. So he still has another year.
Yeah, to grow and come back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clark trying to give it to Novotny. It hit his hands, and he put it right back down the court. But Conroy stealing it away now. He slips and falls, and Parsons, no. Oh, my goodness. Who wants this basketball? It's in the hands of Novotny. Now to Clark and to Conroy, and Jones telling him slow it down a little bit, getting the ball back up top.
The clock is your friend right now, fellas.
Yeah, approaching 3 minutes left to go. A 9-point lead for the Chieftains.
No shot clock. You can run some time off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, make them foul and put you on the line. I think the Parsons coach told them they needed a foul to get it to the bonus.
Yep. And that was Webb with the foul. It's his second of the game, and now the 7th team foul. Tonganoxie also 17 fouls as well, so both teams are in the bonus for the remaining 3:05 of this contest. Smith checking in for Mack.
Big free throws here. You need to hit these down the stretch.
Huge free throws coming here for Kyler Keachman. 1-1 and strong off the back iron, no good. And here comes Parsons back the other way within the hands of Smith. Bounce pass inside to Webb. Clark trying to draw the offensive foul. They're going to say he was not fully set and get him with the blocking foul. That's only his first of the game. But regardless, so this is 2 free throws coming.
And this is what you don't want to do if you're Tongi. You don't want to let them score with the clock stopped.
Absolutely. Cedric Webb back at the free throw line, 6'1" senior, guard/forward listed on the roster, and he gets that one to clank home on the first attempt. And J.J. Kendrick checking back in for Parsons after the stoppage. And all 5 starters back out there for Parsons. As for Tonganoxie, and misses, but a rebound now for Jones, and he puts it up and knocks it down. And flexing a little bit, saying, I'm too strong. Quickly, Mikey Conroy back the other way with it. Keatsman has some space, but he gives it right back to Conroy, giving it right back. Keatsman dribbling. Webb guarding him, trying to get down inside.
Let's use some patience here, fellas.
Yep, forcing Tonganoxie to dribble it back up top.
Make them foul you, put you on the line.
Vikings now only down 6, 2:30. Under 2:30 now left to go in the 4th quarter. Final quarter of action in this sub-state semifinal matchup. Novotny driving in. It just took one too many steps. He tried to pass it away last second and gets called for the travel.
It's just a 2-possession game here, so Chieftains need to be careful.
Yep. Gotta be careful here if you're Tonganoxie.
Whoever picks up Jones is going to have to stick on him like glue.
And right now it's going to be Conroy. And Jones dribbling off his, and that should be an over back, and it is. And it's just a mental error there from Jones. Trying to be too sly and cocky with it. And now he's getting the brunt of the fundamentals chance. Just a mental error there, dribbling it off his sneaker. And Tonganoxie now looking to capitalize on the turnover. Gets it into Wilson, having himself a night. 25 points so far. We've kind of seen him be really quiet on the offensive end the past about 3 games. But
you want to keep it in the hands of your best free throw shooters if you can.
Now under 2 minutes left to play in this one. Novotny fakes the pass, trying to finish. Tough contested shot and no good, and he is still down on the other end. Meanwhile, I believe that was Jones that attacks the basket, and he is fouled.
Again, what you don't want to do if you're Tongi, you don't want to let them score while the clock's stopped.
And that's the second foul of the game on Keithman. Meanwhile, Novotny's still down at the other end. He is up and he's trying to walk, but in some clear pain. He was holding his left knee and shin.
I think he had
a little bit of the hamstring.
Yeah, I think he tweaked the hamstring.
Yep, and he's going to come out, get checked out. Alex Crowley back into the game, and Mark Padfield going to try to take care of the Tonganoxie sharpshooter. As Jones back at the free throw line, knocks down his first attempt. And
I've really been impressed with that young man.
Second one on the way, no good, and rebound underneath by Wheat, and falling hard on his neck and back, and good to see him pop right back up, but another whistle and a foul.
Yeah.
Come on now. And they give that one to Clark, and that's his second. And the Tongi crowd here voicing their displeasure with that one. And don't look now, but after being down double digits, Vikings back within 5 now, could potentially be within 3.
Yeah, they could get it to a one-possession game if he hits both of these.
Yep. Novotny's still getting worked on by the trainers. He will be out momentarily.
Tongi's going to have to value the ball when they get it back.
Yep. Free throws on the way from Wheat, and too strong on the first attempt.
That helped. Now if he misses this, we need to rebound it.
Absolutely. 1:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. Huge free throw on the way here from Wheat, and he corrects and knocks it down. 8 points on the night for the sophomore. And back to a 4-point lead in the hands of Crowley right now, and he gives it off to Wilson. Had it poked away momentarily, but able to recover. And back to Crowley, pivoting around. Tight defense, puts it on the ground. Now a handoff to Conroy. Jones almost coming away with another steal, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be his third of the ball game.
That's probably a smart foul, though.
And Zane Novotny getting the okay from the trainers and head coach Phil Jones, and he will come back in. Still favoring that,
he's
left
cramping.
leg. Yeah, it's got to be something because he's been the quad and the hamstring area. And Mikey Conroy at the free throw line knocks down the front end of the 1-on-1.
That's a big free throw right there, the front end. It's crunch time.
Crunch time of a sub-state semifinal matchup. Who wants to come up big for their team? Conroy doing his part there on that trip to the free throw line, knocking down both.
Now Parsons is going to come up in a hurry.
12 points on the night for Mikey Conroy. Contested shot inside the paint, no good. Kendrick saving it from going out of bounds. Clark off his feet. And underneath that Swanson. Oh, come on.
They're going to get him for another foul.
Yep.
Yeah. And they'll shoot free throws.
And now, quickly, Clark was one of the Chieftain players, not really in much foul trouble, and quickly now he has 3.
Yep.
It's still 1:22 left to go in the fourth. Not too critical right now.
Not unless he picks up another quick one.
Yep, and number 12, Paxton Swanson back at the free throw line, knocks down his first attempt. Novotny already back, ready for the offensive attack, and no good, but this is what you can't afford. Nope. Swanson, still no. That time, count the basket.
You just can't do that. That was 4 chances. Was that an N1?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So count the basket, and it is now
a 3-point game.
Yep, 3-point game. And
maybe a 2-point game.
Coach Jones trying to call for a timeout, finally getting the attention of the official. And we are going down to the wire here. 1:17 left to go, 58-55. Big free throw on the other side of the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
Is new again at New Again Outdoor Furniture Restoration in Tonganoxie. Keep your furniture for generations to come with a call to New Again. They specialize in restrapping, mesh sling replacement, welding, and powder coating of all outdoor furniture. New Again has an incredible eye for detail and a passion for environmentally friendly and cost-effective furniture repair. To learn more, go to newagainpatiofurniture.com. Call 913-764-1999 or see more of their projects on Facebook. New Again Inc. in Tonganoxie.
Now out of the timeout, looking to finish the N1 play, Paxton Swanson, who, after missing his second free throw attempt on the last trip, the ball was batted around a couple times, and he was able to get the ball back and put it in on the N1. but can't finish the three-point play, so he'll have to settle for just 2, and the lead stays at 3 for Tonganoxie. We're barreling towards a minute left to play.
Now, what was that?
I don't know.
They call a foul?
They did.
They did.
Well, they called down.
Man.
They initially called it.
Foul on Swanson, they said. Yep. All right, Andrew, let's knock these down. Yep. These are huge.
Yep. Now the game here for Tonganoxie. If you knock down your free throws from here on out, you should be in pretty great shape. First one on the way and short, or a little too strong, I should say, as we approach a minute left. Parsons still has a chance at quickly getting it down the other end. That's Wheat.
1 point game.
10 points now for Wheat, and almost coming away with the turnover. Conroy in trouble, giving it to Wilson, now up to Keatsman, and Chieftains again looking to slow it down, burn some clock, almost trying to poke it away before it rolls out of bounds, but a foul called on Mack on the steal attempt.
Pretty smart foul, actually.
And I think if you're Parsons, you're pretty happy with that one. Both teams over the limit, 10 team fouls total, so double bonus the rest of the way. So 2 free throws regardless, shooting foul or not, for either team. Mikey Conroy, 2 huge free throws on the way here. 1 point lead for his squad. Knocks down the first one. 48.4 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, this game tonight has been brought to you by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, give them a call, 913-369-6600. Second free throw on the way. Mikey Conroy, it is up and it is good.
Those are some big free throws. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Make them foul you. Oh, I wouldn't give it up. Wilson shouldn't have given it up.
And Navani giving it back to him. That clock continuing to run. Chieftains just passing it around, and now a foul on Jones. He had to, no choice. And that's his 4th. And it's in the hands again of Mikey Conroy, and he'll be going back to the free throw line. 34 seconds left. 3-point lead for Tonganoxie. He can make it a 2-possession game here at the line.
Yeah, he can make it pretty tough for Parsons here. If he knocks these down.
3 points in the first half, 11 so far here in the second. Now make it 12. Mikey Conroy definitely stepping up here, rising to the occasion in crunch time. Yeah. 4 straight free throws knocked down. Now
Don't foul if you're Tongi.
Step back 3 on the way from Wheat. Wide of the mark, air ball underneath Swanson. Third chance good for Kendrick.
Yeah. Now they will foul as soon as if they can't get the steal on the inbounds, Parsons will have to foul.
They put the 3-point game, 62-59. Tonganoxie on top, 21 seconds left to go in the fourth. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
20 years, Kevin Gallagher with American Family Insurance has been serving area families and businesses. As members of your community, Kevin and his staff understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted neighbors and friends. With locations in Tonganoxie and Kansas City, the Kevin Gallagher Agency is building stronger partnerships. Get a quote today by calling 913-369-4444. That's 913-369-4444. Home, life, auto, farm, and more. The Kevin Gallagher Agency, American Family Insurance.
We have been spoiled with a great game so far here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Chieftains on top, 62-59 at the moment. 21.9 seconds still left to go in the fourth. The Chieftains looking to advance to the sub-state final game where they will take on the winner of Paola and Chanute. That game happening right now. Tip-off was at 7.
And right now I'm hoping that Coach Jones set up a inbounds play here to one of the either Andrew Wilson or Mikey Conroy.
Yeah, we'll see. And look at here, quickly getting it down the way to Conroy and Jones.
Yep.
And he had the foul, and that's his 5th. So now Jesse Jones no longer will be able to participate in this basketball game. He is gone.
Yeah, he's been a stud too.
Yeah, he's been the driving force behind this Parsons attack. And Navani even giving him a pat on the rear end. And Wilson, good sportsmanship showed by those two. And Jesse Jones is his cadoos as he heads over to the bench, finishing on the night, 25 points and
cow.
3 3-pointers. And make it 5 straight free throws for Mikey Conroy.
And at least 8 or 9 steals.
Yeah.
For Jones.
Yep, Jones.
He had a great game.
He did. He really had a great game.
He did his part.
Yeah, if this was like a March Madness tournament, he would be like the tournament darling.
Yep.
And 2 more free throws for Conroy. He's really starting to stack up the points. And desperation heave, no good there. Clock continuing to run, now under 10 seconds. Still fighting for the ball. Keatsman with the rebound. And a whistle and a foul, and that should do it. Chieftains a 5-point lead, 8.3 seconds left to go.
Especially if he can hit one of these.
And the realization now starting to settle in with the Vikings on the court that even though tip of the cap for the valiant effort, but I think they're going to come up just short tonight of pulling off the first round upset. Kyler Keatsman going to the free throw line. They called that last foul. That was the 4th of the game on Wheat. First free throw on the way for Keatsman. Good.
Kyler's had a really good game tonight, bud.
He has, really has.
Not a lot of points, I don't think, but he's done really well.
Well, he's at 9 points
Oh,
right
well,
now.
there you go. He can go to double digits here.
He can make it 10, and Andrew Wilson getting checked out of the game. Langford coming in. Second one on the way, and no good, so Keatsman will have to settle for 9 points.
Don't foul.
Yep, just let him go. Hand off to Kendrick underneath. He puts it up, and it will count, but it's not going to make a difference in the win-loss column in the student section. We have a court storming here at Tonganoxie High. Chieftains pull it out 65-61, a dogfight and a well-earned victory for the Chieftains, and they will move on to the second round and will move on to the sub-state final on Saturday. They will face the winner of Paola and Chanute.
A valiant effort by these Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely. All credit to Parsons. It's made the long road trip, about a 3-hour road trip by bus up here to Tonganoxie High, and they got a long ride back home. And the great respect shown by all of the Chieftains and Vikings players alike. You tell these teams and these competitors have great respect for one another, and a hard-earned victory for Coach Jones as he rips off the tie and unbuttons the top button of his shirt.
It didn't take long, did it?
That did not take long. He has had enough for tonight, and he is ready to put this game behind him and move on to potentially either going to Paola on Saturday. If Paola beats Chanute, we will be going on the road. Again, right now it's scheduled for a 6 o'clock tip-off. It'll be Tonganoxie at Paola taking on the Panthers on Saturday. If Chanute pulls off the upset, though, then we will be hosting for the second game in the row here at Tonganoxie Sports Live, and we will host the Chanute Comets. We'll wait and see. Again, that game tipped off at 7. It is now 7:32, so they are getting pretty close to halftime there. I'll try to see. Maybe I'll look around on Max Prep, see if there's a score posted, see if somebody's keeping the update. Maybe we can.
Do we know where we go? Would we go to Chanute? Or no, we would host Chanute.
Yeah,
we?
I literally just said it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
It's all good. Yeah, we would host Chanute if they win. We would go to Paola if Paola wins. I'm punching it in right now, partner. While I'm doing that, just kind of giving some of your thoughts on this game and the effort that you saw from this Chieftain team, especially in the second half.
Yeah, well, my player of the game obviously is Andrew Wilson. He was just not to be denied, and he put the Chieftains on his back. Mikey Conroy stepped up, hit some huge free throws and a couple of 3-pointers that were needed. Just a total team effort, I thought. And Zane Novotny, though he didn't do a lot of scoring, boy, was he was nails on defense. He was dishing dimes all night long, and he just did a great job. So Kyler Keatsman did a nice job too. He in the paint, he was a rim protector for many shots and had some nice rebounds. Did a good job. So, yeah, I think it was a total team effort. And hopefully they can keep this thing going. I'd like to take another deep run into the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And this team well equipped to make a run. Did not see an initial score Paola Chinook game, but I'm sure that score will be posted here somewhere around the 9 o'clock hour. It just depends there, but yeah, like you're talking about the great all-around collective effort tonight from the Chieftains, and what I liked is that we talked about Andrew Wilson obviously finishing with 25 points. He was on from the start, but we talked about like Kyler Keatsman. He had 2 points in the entire first half. He finished with 7. In the second, Mikey Conroy, 3 points. This is the really big one. 3 points in the first half, and he had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 points.
Wow.
In the second half, really stepping up and knocking down some big free throws there.
Those free throws were awesome.
At the end, yep. And Novotny held pretty quiet, only 5 points on the night. We saw him, though, kind of late in that game battling. We don't know if it was cramps or if he pulled a hamstring or a quad something.
Yeah, it looked like he tweaked something. I'm hoping they can get him in the hot tub or the ice tub, I guess it is nowadays, and get him some relief. Hopefully Mark Padfield will be able to get him ready to go for Saturday's game.
Yep, absolutely. Should be a really great matchup, especially, and we can't.
And a shout out to those boys that come off the bench. Alex Crowley did a nice job tonight.
Yeah, Alex
gave them some really good minutes when they needed it.
Alex Crowley and Talon Langford both.
Yeah, they both did.
Coming in, Crowley hitting a big three, finishing off the flashy assist for Novotny, and Langford had a nice bucket underneath. And again, this is great experience for these underclassmen.
And that's what, like you said earlier, that's what you need if you're going to make a run in the tournament. You've got to have some bench help. Yep. And some points from people that you don't normally count on, and that's what happened tonight.
Well, I mean, both points we came across because we said, before we came on live with the broadcast, we said either Wilson or Novotny's got to go off for 20. Wilson had the 25, and we had the great help off the bench from Crowley and Langford, respectfully, for both of them. So it all worked tonight, and they definitely needed it because if not one of those would have happened tonight, I think we'd be in a much more somber mood right now.
No question about it.
Again, Tongi, great effort, way to close out this game. Got off to a slow start, but were able to battle back. Finally retook the lead in the second half, and they did not look back from there. They pull it off 65-61 over the Parsons Vikings. Again, if anybody's tuning in from Parsons, Kansas, weren't able to make the trip up tonight. Tip of the cap to you guys and your team.
Boy, did they put up a fight.
They really did. And Jesse Jones.
Oh, wow, what a young man he
very,
is.
very talented young man. The lone junior on this squad, the 5'9 junior, finishing on the night tonight, 25 points, 3 3-pointers, and
a whole bunch of steals.
A whole bunch of steals. I mean, he almost had a double-double with points and steals alone.
Sure he did.
And he got in there dirty and got some rebounds as well.
And there was a handful of those steals. He took it to coast and finished it off.
Yeah, immediately cashing them in. Great effort by the Vikings side. Fortunately, fortunate for them, their season ends tonight. Fortunate for us, we live to see another night. Again, that broadcast will be live on Saturday. Right now, it's slated for a 6 o'clock tip-off, whether if we're at Paola or if we're here at home hosting Chanute. Again, I'm sure if you look around hard enough on the internet, I tell you what I'll do, I'll be smart. I'll go to YouTube real quick. I'll look up Paola Sports Live, and I'm sure the score will be posted there just so we can have an idea of where the score stands right now. And at the moment, they are in the third quarter right now, 7:51, so it just started. Paola is on top 25-12, a low-scoring affair there.
Wow, in the third period?
Yep, in the third period.
That really is low.
Yep, low-scoring affair, but still a 13-point lead for Paola. So right at the moment, it's looking like we'll be making a trip to Paola. And right before we wrap up the broadcast here, partner, that last regular season home game against Paola, that could really prove a huge confidence boost, because then if you're Tonganoxie, you're going in and saying, hey, we just beat this team last week. Why can't we do it again, even if it's on their home court? Why not it? Why not?
Yeah, like we've said, these seniors don't want their season to end, so it should be an interesting matchup.
Yep, Tonganoxie looking to be on the verge of becoming sub-state champions on the 4A east side of the bracket in the boys' Acacia tournament. We will have that broadcast live for you on Saturday. Be sure to be following along at Tonganoxie High School. You can follow along on their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page. Stay up to date on all the latest bracket news, playoff news, and Tonganoxie basketball news as well. The Chieftains coming out of the locker room, getting an applause from the student section. Well-deserved. Again, they win tonight, 65-61.
They're lifting up
Mikey Conroy. And well-deserved, too. He had himself a ball game tonight, a big difference maker in this game. Well-deserved for that young man. So, on behalf of everybody at Harris Media Services and here at Tonganoxie High School, I'm Dylan Funk, alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan. We say good night, take care, stay safe, and we will see you all on Saturday. Chieftains get the victory 65-61 over the Parsons Vikings.
Been watching Tonganoxie High School athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home.